Wah. Freight
Bit,
train
bit,
has arrived back.
yeah, bit of a delay there entering the station. You get back to the camp, and immediately Alec starts setting up his equipment. And it's always quite interesting to see how different cultures turn to things like herbalism and alchemy and poisoning. Because all of the equipment he has is like made of the horns of a creature and leather bags, and most likely like the kidneys and liver of a creature, right? And it's all kind of run through. He cracks open the eggs that you have with the top of this thing he's carrying, and from them emanates this very strong green mist. Basically, what the dragon's breath was, right? Which he filters in through all of his devices and then catches again in this device. When it's open, right, because it has a little cork, it's actually like a geode. The inside is filled with little crystals that kind of absorb in the poisonous gas when it's decanted and filtered even stronger. And he will do this with one vial that he hands you. He does this with another and keeps it, which makes sense. And he'll hand you one of these and will say that there is no more potent a poison than I know of in all the realms than that which a verdant dragon breathes into the eggs of its young.
Thank you, Alec. This has been very helpful and a lot of fun.
Not every day you're chased by a dragon.
Indeed. Not every day you see someone attempted to calm a baby dragon by whispering to it.
It was a baby.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was a terrible idea, but it was funny to see when it was like, you were like, shh, shh, and it literally screamed the place down.
It screamed.
Really loud.
Well, we got away.
You
Didn't
got
get
away.
eaten by a dragon, and we have what we came for. So, I'm gonna call this one a win.
Yeah, I mean, I
As you
suppose.
should. Quite successful.
Hmm.
If you ever need anything from me again, I may be here. I will most likely be moving off to other parts of the world soon. We're nomadic.
Well, may our paths cross again.
Gives
Yes.
you, it's not quite a bow, and then you can do one of the very powerful brotherly handshake kind of thing, and he'll bid you off on your way.
We wish you all the best, friend. I like these people. It says once we're at camp.
Yeah. He was fun.
It was
Right.
fun.
Fun.
Dun, dun, dun. You get back to the lab, and I imagine you want to show Tanuma your little bauble.
I would have also swiped a bit of the egg shell. I assume these are soft eggs.
No, dragon eggs are actually incredibly hard.
Okay.
You would actually recognize, because you've encountered a dragon, right? That it is like the shell is very similar to the scales of a grown dragon.
Okay.
He had to crack it with this thing that's very hard.
All right. Well, I would have swiped some of it in case
Yeah.
it was useful. To
Sure.
Tanuma.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Tsunuma will take it and ask what it is while putting it in basically one of those airtight cabinets, and it has the little hand things that she can kind of put her hands in and interface with it without risk of poisoning everyone. What do you tell her it is?
Dragon egg shell.
Dragon egg shell, and this isn't a dragon egg.
It is.
It's the gas from a dragon egg. A verdant dragon, I think he called it.
That's flowery talk for green dragon. Yeah, okay. They are poisonous creatures, so it makes sense that this is a powerful poison. Do you still want me to try and encode this using magic?
Yeah, Gelwin!
Yeah, I'll need his help.
Yes.
You're not lurking somewhere invisible again?
I'm visible.
But yeah, I can... I was trying to be.
Yep.
Never mind.
I'm coming.
Do you have some of that hair?
Oh, yeah, who's do you need?
The daimyo hair.
Daimyo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you have some magic of finding, do you not?
I do, yes.
Then we shall be working together on this.
Okay.
Okay, have fun. Bye, Gilwin.
Can you give me an Arcana check with advantage, Gilwin? This is over the period of quite a lot of time. It'd be quite interesting because, as we've said many a times, Gilwin is essentially a wizard, actually. And Tanuma is not a spellcaster. She is an inventor, class-wise. So all of her magic is from knowledge. So she really describes things from this very knowledgeable way. You're going to be learning stuff about divination, about the magic you cast while you're doing this. You manage to enchant the poisonous gas to only harm and, in a way, seek out Lafura, the Daimao, using the lock of her hair and things like that. There is questions about whether the hair will work properly, but you manage to get a little bit of whatever essence is in there. It does work. And that, that you have this poison for, and I imagine Vale will take it back once it's completed. It doesn't really look any different, but they've been working on it for like a week, so you're pretty sure. You trust Gilwin.
Whew. That was cool. I feel very smart doing things like this.
Yeah, you surprised me at how smart you looked, actually.
It's because I furrowed my brows like this.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, that wasn't just acting.
Mm-mm.
You are more knowledgeable about magic than I think you know. Maybe,
Thanks.
anyway.
Oh, well, you didn't have to.
But if you wanted to learn some things, I can teach you some, maybe.
Yes, please.
What would you like to learn about? What type of magic?
What type of magic?
Yeah.
Whew. I think I'll need a few hours to think about that.
You come to me, we can see what we can do. I know a little bit about everything.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Anybody want to spar?
Did you say, does anyone want to spar?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I'm down to destroy you, but I'm not facing that thing in emotions to the Manbreaker.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, no, that is not fair. Look at it.
Excuse me, sprouts golden wings and flies into the sky.
Yeah, no, there is no safety mode on Manbreaker.
I don't want to be broken.
Yeah, his legs might pop out of their sockets if you hit him with
It's a
it.
real shame to hear that.
Why don't
Well,
you use
sometimes adding safety lowers the fun.
Fine, my axe then.
She gives a look that's probably the most drow she's ever looked when she says that and like is tinkering on things.
When I fight Vale, or when I fight Sindera.
Why don't you all fight each other at the same time?
Ooh, like a triple threat match.
How often
because-
in this world do you have a clean 1 versus 1?
Right, yeah, but if I hit Gilwin, Indira will hit me.
That's my tactic.
Okay, sure, fine, but I will win.
This is messy. This is not a good idea.
I'm going to beat you down.
Why doesn't everybody fight everybody?
You two fight, and whoever wins.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I
it's
want
like,
to fight both of you.
but it's like Gilwin doesn't stand a chance unless we're already weakened. No.
Fair enough. I draw.
I appreciate how quick you were agreeing with that. You two
Okay.
fight, and Whoever is weakened fights me.
Spar away. Roll
Did
initiative.
we roll?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Are you gonna put up the tracker? No.
Nah, it's only 2 numbers.
I can remember 2 numbers.
Yeah, Vale's first.
Mine's better.
Higher than you and got lower than you. I'm so mad.
Did you roll high? Oh,
Well, you know, Vale's got some shenanigans in play.
well, Vale's gonna start off vicious. He comes in low.
So where is the question? Where would you be sparring? Just in the main chamber?
Yes, probably.
Definitely no, not in the lab at all.
No, not in the cloning lab.
No, that's down in the basement.
In the main chamber.
There's some
wherever
lab
there's
stuff in the main chamber.
Wherever there's space and we're not at risk of breaking it.
Yeah, that's fair. We probably don't want to break
You
us.
might want to go outside.
Fine, let's go outside.
That's what she would have said, but yeah, it didn't.
Yeah, Vale's like, shit! Outside.
Right, you get outside. It's like flat stone, you know, so it's perfect fighting arena for a clean fight.
Right,
Go.
well, yep. Vale's gonna sweep in low with the parrying dagger. And then he pulls back and he thrusts to run Indira's leg through with the booming blade.
Oh, you're going with magic in your okay. Just so
Vale
you know,
lost once.
there's no non-lethal damage with magic.
That's fine. I'll remember that for later.
It's a starting fight. That's fine. That's a hit, I assume.
Yep, it sure is.
Kronk. And then
Fighting out here in the dark, a flash of gold.
Oh. And then he brings the new faithful round and clonks Indira on the forehead. But she's got a really tough skull.
You hit one of her onyx beads.
Yeah!
Alright, hold on. I have to math really fast. So that's 29. What's 96 minus 2? I can't math under pressure.
I know. I fake it.
67.
Fake math.
Thank you.
Yeah, and often I get
Tap
Ian to
pulse
do it.
arena, just 67.
Okay. She's feels the magic, and it makes her rage. She rages. You see the wind blow through her hair, even though there's no wind. You see like lightning in her eyes, and
Bro.
boy.
That hits.
She gonna hit
Oh.
you again.
Crack.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no.
I fail. Tell me how I fail.
You get that first hit. You go in for the second one. The ground here is mostly stone, but there's pebbles and whatnot. One of your boots slips on it, and you slip down, which brings Vale down on top of you. You have one of those very anime moments. You kind of fall on top of each other, eyes lock. But it's Vale's turn. Surely he's not gonna stay in such a compromising position.
He like flops on top, gives her a wink, and then the sword arm comes up and back
She's
down.
raging, by the way, so
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you land on top of her, look at the eyes, and just anger. Just lightning.
basically rabid.
Yeah.
Unless
That's hot.
step.
Spars are unfair with Neil.
Of this punk.
There we are.
At least it's halved. At least it raged.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Do I have to do it in steps, or do I?
I don't really mind. I usually do it in steps.
Okay.
But because it's all the same type of damage, it doesn't really matter.
10, 57, and then minus 15. All right. She's just gonna advance on you, just swinging. What?
Oh,
Down again.
That
I swear
no.
to God, anytime I spar these two, I roll
It-
nothing but terrible.
I know. This is
I would destroy them easily if I could just roll.
You go running in a rage and swing. The axe gets lodged in the ground. I mean, it's magical tipped, so it just cuts through into the stone and then gets kind of trapped and lodged in there.
Okay, but when that happens, she whips her head and makes eye contact with you, and you're struck by lightning.
A dex save?
Yeah, you do make a dex save. Dodge the lightning.
Oh shit, I don't remember.
It's not 17.
It's, it might be Constitution.
You
for
don't
barbs.
take half, you just dodge it. It's just a...
Oh, as well.
You do take half.
Oh! I thought you didn't.
Mm-mm. We did it wrong last time. I meant to confess.
Yeah, we checked.
And then I would swing at you again, unless the...
The axe is in the ground.
I mean, I am raging though. I can't just fucking swing it out at him.
You can give me a strength check to try and do that, for and an attack roll, right?
I'm back. My internet died momentarily. Huzzah. You noticed.
Yeah, that's not enough to dislodge.
Fucking,
what?
whatever. I have the worst luck. I'm so mad right now.
You can do something else with your second attack.
Kill me. No, I can't.
Okay.
I would have to pull out a new weapon.
Yeah.
That takes an entire action.
Not if you drop... No, pulling out a new weapon doesn't take an entire action. Never has. You have one free item interaction, which is to equip or disequip a weapon. Your axe, you can drop, and it stays exactly in place. It's lodged in the ground, so you can just draw a new weapon.
So tempted to grab Manbreaker.
Just kill him.
We have to remember that this is also +2.
Yes. Doesn't matter.
Jesus Christ.
Veil.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's a cutlass. Nice. Vale likes sword fighting.
So like you lunge at him and he's like, ha! And parries it out of the way. Like a freaking pirate.
He is gonna slash. And then, Abadira in the leg with New Faithful.
But okay, I'm gonna pull my axe out of the fucking ground.
Please do.
Oh, I just did a save instead of a check.
That's fine. That's successful to pull it out. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna swing at you. And then I'm gonna swing at you again. Oh my fucking god.
Haha!
Oh, just finish me.
Think about it this way. At least you won't have to beat on Gilwyn.
I want to!
You can
I
watch
wanna
us
play
get a on.
Just boys doing boy things.
This could be a miss.
If I am a 16 armor class, what does that mean?
Means it hits.
Rip. Oh my god, I just rolled
Fucking
nearly 6. Sixes for days, baby. And then, New Faithful.
Stop. Oh, no, she's not already dead. Yes.
She's raging.
Yeah, I'm bad at numbers.
Rage dog.
Does that just not do damage to me then?
Yes. Because
She
you
would
ran
be
down, I
non-lethal.
suppose.
At this point.
Yeah. You're sparring.
Get fucking hit, Neil.
Oh no, you hit me!
Good.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge it.
You fucker. And then I'm going to do it again.
I like the idea that Vale parries the cutlass out of your hand, so again you're left with nothing. Just
Oh, there's gonna be some great sexual rage tension. Dexterity save. Faster than lightning, baby.
yeah, that's sexy.
Damn, I didn't think that through.
Go ahead, Vale.
Did I just... Yeah, I just nearly rolled more sixes.
That is disgusting. Nearly max sneak attack damage.
Yield. I yield. I yield.
In fact, that's just incredibly close to max damage for that attack.
Mm. You sure you don't want to go a little bit more, Indira? Got plenty of fight left in me.
I need to catch my breath.
Well, if you're sure, I guess I'll have to beat down Gilwyn.
Like a Gillen just been like sitting on a rock this whole time.
Yeah, just watching, thinking.
Well, how was that, Gilwyn?
That was very, very impressive.
Yeah?
Indira, you got demolished.
Clumsy today.
Yeah, like, are you drunk?
Inhaled a bunch of poison earlier.
That's true. You did, like, stare the baby in the face, though.
Didn't say it wasn't my fault.
No, okay, fair. Are you sure you want to do this, Gil?
Yeah, it's no problem. But are you hurt? Would you like me to heal you first?
Oh, no. I am plenty fine to deal with you.
All right. Well, before we start, shake my hand.
No, because you'll cast a spell on me.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
That's why I'm smiling like this, because I'm totally serious and would
No,
never do something so
you'll-
duplicitous.
You'll use Dimension Door on me.
Why would I do that? That takes me with you.
Okay.
I cast Polymorph. And turn him into a mouse.
Now, an unwilling creature does get to make a save,
Yes.
Oh,
if I remember correctly. So it's a
What is
wisdom
it?
saving throw versus
Oh,
a
I'm
DC
not very
of.
wise. I'm feeling real mousy.
Oh, Vale turns into a little golden furred mouse.
Where were those rolls a minute ago? I'm so mad.
Oh dear.
I pick him up and I go, I win.
It bites
And then
your
hand
finger
him-
viciously.
Hand him to Indira.
I'd pet him a little.
It's
And
pretty
then set him
great.
down.
You must have read a book that would give you some instructions with what to do with one of these, right?
A mouse? I'm afraid this is going completely over my head, Gilwyn.
Okay, never mind. It'll wear off in about 59 minutes. Play with him for a bit. Make him squirm.
I hold him up by the tail. Would you like that?
Little mouse claws lash for your face. Like, they go for the eyes.
I put him in my arm and just kind of. I'd kiss him on the head and then put him on my arm and be like, "You're awfully cute this way."
There's like an indignant squeak.
Set him down on the ground again. I think.
And
we're
the mouse
fine.
trots off, pride intact.
Yeah.
I would cancel it before the hour's up. I don't want him to be a mouse for an hour.
Yeah. When the fun's done.
Yeah.
I felt like I had a beard.
There you go.
Swoosh! Wipe to the future. Cut. Print it. Put it on a shirt. So, Mr. Gilwyn Gallagher.
Yes.
If you're willing to spend some of your downtime, and you have a lot of it, working with Tanuma, she might be able to teach you a spell.
Oh shit.
Yeah, right? Why don't you look through wizard spells
Mm-hmm.
of powers that you have a level that you can cast, and anything that you'd be very interested in learning.
We're up to 4th.
If you can cast 4th level spells, then yeah. She is a very powerful spellcaster. She cast
no.
Forced Cage on you.
Okay.
Which I think is like 7th or something.
Imagine me in real life skipping to the library to find these books. Good God.
Yeah. While you're looking at that, is there anything you two would like to do? You still have a lot of time. If you check on Serena, which I actually imagine Indira does quite often.
Often.
Yeah.
Several times a day.
She's now, grown to the size of a child in the tank. Of course, a mermaid is very large, actually. Very curled up still. You do notice little specks of gold growing on the scales. It's not all the very saturated, silky blacks that it used to be.
Right.
Just a little bit different.
I would
She gonna be mad.
talk to Tanuma about that. That would really concern me. I'd be like, well, looks like it's going pretty great, except for what the fuck is this shit?
Well, logistically, Erevail cut off his finger and put it into the concoction.
I see.
Realistically, this is some kind of sun magic mixing with the... She's a sorceress, yes? She's...
It's gonna hurt her. She doesn't like the sun. It's gonna hurt her.
She's been born with it. It won't harm her, I think. We'll see if these are... If it's
She's
just
at least going to be pissed.
She might not know any different. This
she
is all-
fucking crazy?
One, show her a mirror.
When I was born, I knew who I was in a way. It's like all the memories of who I was before is trapped in a looking glass. And I can see them, but they're not really my memories. I was never there. I imagine it'll be the same with her.
Is it gonna change her terribly?
She's going to be different. This is all hoping that her soul can return to her or be assimilated via the cloning process, which is still a big if. I don't want you getting too much of your hopes up.
She'll just kind of have her hand on the glass, and she's done talking now.
Anything else with the bunch of downtime you two would like to do? Or just the kind of things you would be doing. It doesn't have to be big, right?
I suppose I would probably try to learn more languages.
Yeah? This would... So, you need a teacher. Tsunuma's
Yeah.
going to be teaching Gil magic. So she can't really teach you at the same time.
I suppose I'd ask Vale what kind of languages he knew. If he wanted
Yeah.
to teach me any.
It's like, well, I never really bothered with languages particularly. I know Elvish, the common, and there's a sort of code that you use if you're in certain circles. You know, we call it thieves' cant. It's just a little bit of, you know.
I think I'm familiar. You seem to forget the kind of circles that I ran with.
Yeah, but you know,
I
The
think
likes
you're-
of you.
I think you're familiar, but don't actually know the language.
Yeah, I super don't know it.
So he could
It's
teach you
like-
that.
It's like a professional, and you're not.
Sure.
You know, like I stole stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and you freed slaves.
I stole people.
Yeah, but like if you steal the people, you're kind of subscribing to this whole slavery business.
No.
Yeah.
To them I stole. To me I freed.
So you didn't steal people.
Not to me. But to someone like you, yeah.
Well, you just told me that you stole people.
I'll teach you Undercommon if you teach me Thieves' Cant.
Okay, deal. But I must inform you, as my tutor once informed me, there's a solemn undertaking that you undertake when you learn Thieves' Cant.
And that is?
You must never teach it to a man or woman of the law,
Of course.
and you should only use it for endeavors to further your own riches or avoid the law.
What if I do it for you?
I mean, I guess I'm not the law. Yeah, that'll work. It's fine. It's really difficult to learn India. Really difficult.
I'm ready.
Like, way worse than Undercommon, I'm betting. 1 week later. It's not!
That if you two are doing a frickin' two teaching each other, then that's absolutely what you'll be doing for the rest of the downtime, which is great. Mr. Gilwyn Gallagher, any spells catch your eyeballs?
A few, but having thought about it for some time, Gil would ultimately land on something a little destructive.
Yeah.
Fireball. Fireball.
Tanuma can absolutely teach you Fireball. Over the you know what? She can also, because Fireball's 3rd level, so she can also teach you a 1st or 2nd level spell as well, right? You have a lot of time. She goes in teaching this in a very arcane way, right? The science of the magic. And Gilwyn actually takes it up quite quickly. It's just like learning a completely different type of magic than magic to harm explicitly. You know, it takes a bit of time, but she can absolutely teach you Fireball. You can do a bunch of training outside, lots of drawing arcane sigils and things like that.
Misty Step, please.
Okay, yeah, she can teach you that as well. But both of them, you know, you go like, oh, this is quite a simple one, and then you take weeks learning. And you'd also have, you know, the little notes to cast them and some such, and that can be what you learn over the many months of time you have left. You spend a lot of time inside the lab, but you can leave at any time you can get a little fresh air. The air is not so fresh because the wet season is well and underway. This poisonous rain cascades down the outside of the wall this base is encompassed in, which looks quite beautiful from the main chamber, and you have that lovely sound of rain, but you're nice and safe and warm inside.
Glorious.
Yeah. It's quite long into the season, many weeks of rain that pass before there is a noise from the basement. In this time, it should be added, a couple weeks before then, Tanuma actually, there was a Tanuma clone in that system. Being unattended, it does seem like that there was a bit of a miscalculation or change in the process. The clone is not fully grown, still somewhat of a teenager, But Tanuma would let the sixth Tanuma, the little sister, out of the cloning chamber and would be very big sisterly to her and introduce her to the lot of you. Probably as number 6, which is a bit weird. She is even saying herself that she's thinking of that we really need a name. But nothing comes to mind. When I was with the Shadow Cult, I called myself Chael. But names are not our specialty. That's why we had numbers.
In a place on the surface, they name after virtues. It's a peculiar thing. However, if you end up traveling there, you might fit in well. You are perhaps a bit wordy, but I would call you altruistic, if nothing else.
She does that nerd smile, you know. It's like, and you know, turns the young clone to her. I say young. She's like Vale's age, right? Which is young for an elf. Haha. It might seem a little silly, but considering everything, how about we name you Hope?
I agree.
Fine. It's a better name than number 6.
You have given us an awful lot of hope.
Have.
And for those couple of weeks when she would be about, Hope would be getting to know you. 'Cause she has knowledge. She is very smart. She would be stepping in on, you know, Gilwyn trying to learn this magic and things, and she learns the spell quicker than Gilwyn does, which is a little bit embarrassing. But she's friendly, because Tanuma's like, oh, you can trust these people, right? A bit after that, as I said, you hear a noise from the cloning chamber. When you come down, a fully grown Serena would be tapping at the glass to try and get out, because she's basically locked in. I fully imagine that Indira might yank this thing open.
Cries. Yeah, and she's just like, get her out! And like is like fumbling with it, but accomplishing nothing.
Yeah, Tanuma will open the thing out. The water drains. It's not even the water drains, and Serena can leave the cloning chamber. Is there anything different than our favorite Serena?
There's a few differences, some of which are obvious to everyone, some of which are a bit less obvious. She looks like she's lost a few years of age, although to be honest, given that she didn't know how old she was in the first place, it's difficult to tell. Only Indira would be able to...
I was going to say Indira, knowing her and also knowing Mermaid, would be able to tell. The others probably wouldn't.
Yeah, but there are much more noticeable changes that Indira has already noticed one of when she was growing. There are odd places where this radiant magic seems to have affected her. For the first thing, that crown fin that she has, the tips of it are now golden. The ends of her hair are golden, and the sort of end of her fin on the end of her tail is golden, and there's the odd scale on the fish tail that is golden. So yeah, she's pretty visibly, it's pretty visibly affected her. Not completely, but it's like very noticeable. And she would just she would just move out of the chamber as gracefully as she could, which is probably difficult if the water is rushing out, but I mean, she's a mermaid.
She can wait and then leave.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine she waits for the
Yeah.
moment that's most convenient.
Yeah. And she lights on the ground and says, "So you saw fit to attempt to bring me back, to bring Serena back. This
Okay.
is an odd sensation, and I have what I do not feel like you. What did you do?"
We cloned you.
There might be some discomfort from the cloning process. We were using the last of our materials and some other things, so it might be imperfect, but imperfections become perfections. So I will leave you to your... This is very personal.
I would kneel down to her and I would offer my hands and see if she would take them.
Serena sort of begins to reach out and then hesitates and sort of lowers her face for a little bit. She's like, for a good 5-10 seconds, she's clearly thinking. And then she sort of raises her head back and looks up at the roof of the chamber and says, "Indira and Gilwyn." And she lets out a bit of a hollow laugh and says, "Serena told you of what would happen to her on her death. Her soul returns to the side of her mother, yes?"
Yeah.
"Do you think this technique is enough to draw back a soul from the clutches of the Empress of the Shadowfell?"
I needed to try it.
No, I am not. Do not take this as criticism of you, Indira. I do not blame you. You would obviously have wanted Serena back. It is just, I have her memories. I feel some aspect of her personality, but I am not Serena. You cannot think of me as Serena. Her soul is still with her mother. I am vestiges at best, or something entirely different, she says as she sort of catches sight of like the golden ends of the hair, and sort of with a frown. You have an ally back. I have enough. I feel enough of her memories to know you are precious to her. But, and I am sorry, this is.
It's okay. You don't need to explain right away.
Why?
I understand. And
Why wouldn't she give Serena's soul back?
I do not know enough of the magics involved, but I would guess it is less a matter of her not giving the soul back and more a manner of the method you used. I cannot pretend to know the magics, but I imagine there are magics to recapture the soul, although they would have been difficult in this case. A clone, from what I understand, the different Tanumas are offshoots. They are not quite the original Tanuma.
So we failed.
If what you wanted was Serena whole and herself, then yes, you have failed. If what you wish is someone to fight alongside you, I still possess her power. And I don't know whether it is an effect, but some of the older memories seem fresher in me. I feel like I can use some of the abilities that Serena had let go of. She had ways of healing and similar, not hugely powerful, but
It's
To us. And
It seems wrong to create a creature and expect them only to experience war and hatred and murder.
you did not know
I-
Serena very well.
if you will have me, I would fight alongside you. I need to find who I am. And you are the only people in Serena's memories that she seemed to trust to any great extent.
At this point, I would offer my hands again.
She would reach out, sort of very. It's like you can tell from the way she's speaking. This is very obviously there's a lot going on in her mind. This is very not Serena, and you can see her hands are actually slightly trembling, and that's like something you would not have seen from Serena like ever.
Yeah, no, cool as a cucumber up through her death for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't put any expectations on you, and if you feel that your travels must take you elsewhere, then I will certainly understand. But you would be very useful to us, and I'm excited to get to know this Serena, I suppose.
What
Yes.
would you want us to call you, Serena? I'm unsure of these things.
It feels wrong. Serena's soul is with her mother. I do not know. Serena, this is something I feel perhaps you might understand, Vale. Serena's life, she lived to the fullest, but she had a constant knowledge of her place. She knew that at death she would return to her mother's side. I feel like you might know something similar from your training in Hythundra. I am now bereft of that. I do not know if when I die, will I return to the Empress? Am I still connected in that way? Am I am no longer the chosen daughter, but I need to know that. I need to know whether she was to accept me, whether I want her to accept me. In the same way Serena always took it for granted, it colored her entire actions. Life was transient to her, enjoyable but transient. It was not her purpose. Anyway, you asked whether what. No, do not call me Serena. What? Why? What happened? Why are some of the scales golden? Why is?
Because
you
Vale's
know?
a hero. Because Vale sacrificed a piece of himself to bring Serena back.
Her eyes widen slightly, and
Didn't work though.
and she lowers her eyes and says, I am sorry, Vale, but I am not what you hoped to bring back.
That is not what I meant. I do not feel we have failed by bringing you here. I merely feel we have failed Serena.
If it should come to pass, you will have an opportunity to see her again. She is not in this plane, but she is not... She would have returned to her mother's side. Serena still exists. You will get a chance to see her again, I am sure.
Feels really bad to fail her 2 times in a row. Not to say that you are a disappointment, because you're not.
Yes, you've already shown far greater emotional capacity than Serena ever did.
What is it you once said to her, Vale? To treat people with... to offer people wine instead of vinegar?
I said that? I am so wise. But yes, it stands.
Perhaps that is something I will try. Yes. At any rate, yes, please do not call me Serena. It would be a dishonor to the soul that still survives.
So, should we call you Wine?
No, you sacrificed a part of yourself to guide her back. If you would permit it, I would borrow part of your name, call myself. You might have a better way of combining them. But something to the effect of Virina sounds appropriate to me.
I thought she was going to say finger.
No, Serena combined with singer. Mermaid? I suppose if that is what you want, then I suppose I should be honored to have someone give me that sort of respect.
I want to call you Sail, if that's okay.
Call me what you will. In that case, I am. As long as I know that you are referring to me, it is of no consequence to me.
Sail.
That is sail. Sail is a type of fish.
Sail is also the most important thing on a ship.
Yeah.
If
I
you want to head
guess.
forward.
Yeah, that's true.
Zuma kind of like coughs and is like, what about both? Most people in this world have 2 names.
Verena Sail?
Seems appropriate to borrow a name given by one of you. And Tanuma, I take it you had a part in this.
A really big part, actually, like 90%. And the other 10% was basically my fingers, so...
There will be no more clones crafted by me for centuries. All of this was put into you. I don't consider you a failure by any means.
None of us do.
In that case, I thank you for giving me a chance at life.
She gives like a very appreciative and quite delicate bow, a bit unlike her. but she understands the grandeur of this. Alright, and with Verena taking breaths, it's a perfect place to take a break for a little bit.
Shit,
Back
son.
in a few minutes. Yeah. Think about that.
Lemcat.